Alright, folks, everybody, welcome to the April live Pubcast.
Second one of the April, right? Second,
we're in the second,
day
number
stream,
2.
day shift. Pubcast of April number 2, day shift.
Good place to hold my drink out. How you doing, everybody? We're waiting for everybody to come in and chat. As you know, this week we had a release of our short Out of Sync.
Yep.
And the behind the
scenes for it.
Next week, I actually will be releasing the what does a post-production executive do?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be
film jobs.
That. And then the week after that, I think we're going to do the interlacing and what does the joys and sorrows of interlacing is what I'm going to call that video.
The joys and sorrows. This is going to be a bit.
It's going to be an IQ Bits video.
Okay.
Howdy, Daniel from San Antonio, and hello, Motion Wang from the other side of the world.
I think it's Meow Wang.
Meow Wang. Oh.
And hello from the other side of the world. We're also, I guess, technically on the other side of the world from you, so we're saying hi right back.
Am I too bright? I'm thinking I'm too bright now.
You might now be too bright.
I think we're going to adjust the lighting on me.
All right, what number are you?
Just hit the 1 button. Okay, so then it's going to just
if I
lower.
Hit this one right here?
No, it's already got it. So
okay.
Take down 3 and 4 just a little bit. 3 and 4. All right. So we're adjusting lighting on the fly. That's pretty good. There you go. All right, so we're all good there.
There we go. Yep.
So what were we going to talk about?
Now I feel bright in the
now you are bright.
Wide shot. Now I'm all bright.
Now how about we just don't shoot the wide shot?
I guess we're just going on non-wide shots.
Yeah.
Love the short. Hey, from South Dakota. Hey, Slim.
And oh, Nigeria.
Mototeo?
Omoteo, I think.
Omoteo. Welcome,
guys.
Yay, a chance for us to butcher names across the world.
So anyway. Joe is extremely blue, and I am nice, healthy.
You look nice. I look like I'm like 10 seconds from death. Like I'm just like pasty white.
Well, we could fix that. But,
we could, but I don't know what number I did.
It's 2.
Is it 2?
We just want to get. I'll show the audience. Let's do it for the audience, okay?
Okay.
Joe's a Force Ghost right there.
Now I look half.
Now you're really dark.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. 2. No, bring the board up there.
Okay. Here, you want? I'll give you the control here.
All right. So this is our lighting board. It's a wireless lighting board.
Until you pull the plug on it, and then
let's not pull the plug.
Yeah, I don't want to move my knee because I might.
Let's just leave it.
Finn, how are you doing? Mark, thank you so much from Mark Films. Thank you so much for saying it's an awesome short. Paul, hello, how are you doing?
I think I took the blue out of Joe's shot.
Hopefully. It looks less blue.
It's dark.
I am a little dark.
That's me.
Nope, that is you. That is you. Yeah, that's all you. Oh, wait, this one's me. That one. Oh, God.
Now you're getting a little more light. Force ghosting. How are we doing the light? Hey.
A little better. Oh, there we go. Right there.
Something like that. All right. You're going to be a little darker.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll be okay.
Sorry, guys.
I just didn't want to pull the plug and then watch the whole light system go down.
I'm tired, man.
Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Really hope we didn't just lose connection. I don't know why this thing...
Well, anyhow, so enough of us goofing around trying to figure out the lighting situation, which I thought I figured out before I got here, but I guess I didn't.
You can never plan. Okay, so now successfully connected.
So, we're here to hang out with you guys, talk to you guys, answer your questions, talk about what's going on. Like I said, we just had Out of Sync come out. We were all excited about that. That was sitting on there. We shot that in December.
So
we were sitting on that to come out. Market Films asked any plans for another short. Yeah.
Yes. We have been talking about this for a little bit. Of course, you have to kind of wait and see. Not only do we have like a little, do you want to say about what we're kind of the idea that we had, or the ones that were kind of more serious ones?
Yeah.
All right. So essentially, we kind of been playing around with shorts. We really wanted to kind of implement them more into this. We did a short a little while back called Film Stars, and I've kind of been pushing to kind of do that as a small short / web series little thing, just for fun, because we kind of got a lot of the stuff out, plus kind of riffs off of Pawn Stars a little bit, and it's entertaining to me.
It's a lot of jokes you can play.
Yeah, there's a lot more jokes, like small jokes we can play, and also have a little fun with a little bit of storyline. And then we also have some more serious shorts, and the idea of later on
back here.
I was going to ask you if you wanted the last one of those,
it.
and then also we kind of want to do something that we have planned for a feature down the road. But this is just kind of get us warmed up for this year, and at the same time be able to kind of explore more of the short stuff. But at the same time, keep what Filmmaker IQ is all about, which is lessons and being able to show the history of, everything film.
Yeah, and I get to do some more ranting this year.
Yeah, some more rants coming this year.
I don't know if it's a good thing or not. Like, I'm working on this video about how 60i and 60p look alike, because basically people were telling me that they didn't look alike. And I'm going to do a rant about, I'm just going to kind of lay it out on you guys, and you guys can be the preview of it. But people are always complaining about these fractional frame rates, like 29.97 or 23.976. And it's like, well, how come we're still in 2019 and still have to deal with these stupid frame rates, stupid fractional frame rates? It's like, we're in 2019 and you're complaining about decimal points? Like, really? Are you the same kind of crop of people that say, pi is too damn many numbers? We want pi to be 3. Some guy tried to pass a law in Tennessee or whatever, one of the states.
I think you said it was Tennessee.
I'm sorry, Tennessee. Hopefully no one here is from Tennessee watching. Or from Florida. There you go. Florida man passes bill to make pi 3.
To make pi 3.
Because we don't need fractions and decimals in this area. It's 2019. Why isn't pi 3? Anyhow, I want to do a rant about that, because no, just use the dang fractional frame rates. It's not that big a deal. And eventually they may go away. Anyhow, I'm getting started on my ranting. There's a drama film that Joe talked about that I'm working on with a couple guys that from Out of Sync.
Yeah.
Anthony and Chad. And I don't want to talk too much about that yet, because I need to put it all together first.
Mm-hmm.
I hate jinxing stuff like that. But yeah, so that's it. A couple questions we had earlier. What was the coolest tech I saw at NAB?
Mm-hmm.
Not really that much going on to NAB. I did talk about it in the NAB video.
Yeah.
Not terribly exciting. There's some talk about how there's more, what they call it, machine learning. They're applying machine learning to things now.
Yeah.
And Adobe's call it Adobe Sensei is what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
Their de-reverbing is, I got to try it out. Some footage I shot for that Laguna Playhouse. And yeah, the places we shot were very echoey and very reverby. It does a pretty good job.
They did a pretty good cleanup job.
Not bad. Much better, much more livable than what was there. I ended up I'm talking even like I shot it with a lav and a boom, and the boom is almost too much noise. Holy moly!
Girl person.
My goodness.
Oh my gosh! Thank you. I guess we're going for sushi
after lunch. Yeah, very nice. Thank you
so much.
Thanks.
You are amazing. We appreciate it. You have been a huge supporter of this. Almost all by yourself. Not all by yourself. Obviously, there's been a lot of people that have been donating, but we really appreciate it. Bottom of the heart appreciation.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so blown by the generosity that I can't figure out what we were saying there.
We were talking about NAB.
Oh, I guess so. A big BMD.
I guess so.
Oh, I was talking about the reverb, de-reverbing. Yeah, the de-reverbing actually works pretty well. Check it out from the new Adobe folks. BMD brought out a new Fusion update. I don't even know what Fusion is. I don't use it. Another question. So that's what's new about NAB. Another question is, any tips for After Effects? If you learn your hotkeys, make work a lot faster. I'll tell you that. That's what I.
No worries, girl person. Also, next Pubcast, we're going to. I know there are some people that were saying, "Hey, are you guys interested in doing streaming on Twitch as well?" We are going to be going that route as well.
Hi, Joey.
Yep. Yeah. So
hi, Mike's Garage.
Mike's Garage is my dad, and my mom and my Uncle John are watching apparently from the home. And I was just there.
I literally picked him up.
Yeah, he literally picked me up because we were doing some upgrades on my. I have a 1972 Nova, and so we were doing some upgrades to it. But that's why I look literally like. Well, I mean, you guys can't say. Yeah, I look about the same.
I like what Trevor Trininsky wrote. So many cameras coming out. I've given
Hey, Sprinkled, I saw your. Sorry, Sprinkled. I saw your comment on the I think it was the making of. But yeah, always good to see you.
Yeah, Trevor says, with so many cameras coming out, I've been trying to keep up with track, but I'm.
Oh, he was talking about glass.
Anyway, you get to check out new Canon lenses. They don't really let you check out Canon lenses.
Yeah, I mean they're essentially just on the cameras,
and they're there in a cabinet.
In a cabinet.
I'm sure if you ask them nicely, hey, can I just try it out? But you have to bring your own camera and all that stuff. Yeah. And then the showroom's so darn dark.
Yep.
Well, you can shoot their little things.
Yeah, we get to test out the glass of Canon at YouTube. That's like when we see it.
Those are pretty nice.
Because I mean they've got. I don't think we showed it in the behind the scenes, but there are literally giant cases with we had like six different lenses and then a couple of side cases, so that's when you get to check them out and see them in all their beauty.
Yeah, definitely. Question came in: how will you guys do Periscope and Restream.io? That is a question I think Joe is more.
Yeah, we're researching that right now. I will let you guys know once we do the first full stream with Twitch incorporated in it what we're doing, but Restream.io is what I've been thinking we might have to do. However, our system might be able to handle just going to YouTube and Twitch, because that's about, I think, what we're going to do right now, or just the two. So I mean, if you guys have a Twitch account, Filmmaker IQ is going to be our Twitch as well.
And the only thing I'm confused about with Twitch right now, we have to test it out, is we stream to YouTube and then we stream to YouTube live events. Yeah. And then we can determine start and stop that way.
Exactly.
Whereas if we go to Twitch, I think we have to start and stop from our switcher. So that might be a little bit weird to work out. We'll have to test it out.
I mean, I could just essentially have the Twitch thing here and start and stop it here. That's true. So I just have to have another page open.
You can do it. You can start and stop on Twitch itself. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, that's how we do it. All right. Let's see.
Use Streamlabs and get donations for. Talk to speech. I don't know if we're gonna go or if we're gonna text to speech. I don't know if we'll do that route. We might. That'll just all be kind of, because usually I use OBS, but
what's text to speech?
So essentially, if someone does a donation, it pops up and says what they say on the stream. But
well, I mean, that kind of stuff might be incorporated inside vMix.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll totally see what we're gonna do. At this point, right now, it's just to slowly kind of get ourselves into Twitch, because there's a lot of live shows going on over there. And at one point, I think a couple days ago, we saw it was like 116,000 people watching the shows on there. So it's like one of those things of obviously our main thing is just being able to hang out with all those people that appreciate us. But at the same time, we kind of, we want to have more conversation with people. And as much as we want to answer everybody's question and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's what this is we get to chat with all of you guys in the stream and, get to answer questions and just have a good day.
Yeah, hit us up with your questions, too. I know we're kind of slowing down here in the chat. But, yeah, anything you want to know, talk about, whether it's cameras, whether it's movies, or just general life advice. I'm sure Joe and I both can handle that.
Yeah. Also, winter is here if you guys are Game of Thrones fans. That came out, Sunday?
So I posted a meme on my Facebook. It's a girl who chases down his ice cream truck. It's like, stop, stop, stop.
Oh, I saw that one, yeah.
And the ice cream truck's, yes, so what kind of ice cream can I get you? No, I just want to tell you that I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah. And
it's like everybody, I don't watch Game of Thrones. No, but, I watch Game of Thrones. Joe watches Game of Thrones, and if you care about life, if you care about popular culture, you should watch Game of Thrones. I'm selling Game of Thrones as if it needs to be sold anymore. Yeah. Please.
Yes, Trevor. There was a live broadcast from NAB. If you did miss it, you can go back in the videos and look.
Yeah, for some reason, I didn't do it as a live event. I did it as it's just stream now.
Yeah, just a stream
now.
It
doesn't load into our videos in a weird. It puts it in a weird place.
Yeah, I don't know. I found it somehow.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there. Somewhere in there.
Trevor, you've never seen a single episode of Game of Thrones?
Uh-oh.
It's good, and it's enjoyable. If you haven't, take a watch. I mean, if you see Sean Bean, you'll probably figure out the first season. But it's an enjoyable fantasy genre.
I think Game of Thrones is a little more than that. And I think it's historically in its place. It's kind of in the realm of like Breaking Bad and some of the other shows that kind of changed the way that producers look at television series as a long form format.
Yeah.
Because I'm not giving any spoilers here that you probably don't already know, but there are major characters that die.
Yeah.
So in the thing, and that is not usual in a television series, and that is completely unheard of.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it kind of interesting from a historical standpoint.
Daniel asked, any plans for Easter weekend? I will be on Sunday. I'll be spending it with my family.
I think Ed wants me to go hang out with him.
Yeah.
Picnic.
Let's see.
Are we going to do this? Are we going to talk about it? The elephant in the room, the Jawa in the room.
The Jawa in the room.
Are we going to discuss this?
Let's see. I don't
think you and I have talked about this trailer.
We haven't talked about it either.
Should I give you my take on it?
Yeah, sure. Go first.
I did not like this trailer because I like The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
I like The Last Jedi because it said, Rey, you're not important. You're not a Skywalker, and you're not connected to this older universe. You're free to do your own thing. And the whole movie ends with, let's go out and move into the other world of the Star Wars.
Yeah.
And go look at other things in the Star Wars universe. And then this trailer comes along and says, no, guess what? It's all the Emperor.
Yeah.
And it's like back. He's like, oh man, here we go back to what everyone complained about the first of the new Star Wars, which was, it's just a retread. It's just a retread, which I agree. Yes, it's true. Now they're like doubling down on that.
Yeah.
And that's what bothered me about this trailer. So that's my 5-second thought.
All right. Sprinkle Dough, thank you so much for that $4.99.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. We both appreciate it. Thank you so much. So before I go into this, okay. Now, here's the thing. I saw the trailer.
You don't care.
I'm already checked out.
Yeah, you don't care anymore.
Like, I liked Force. I was okay with Force Awakens. Mm-hmm. I was livid at Last Jedi. And then on this one, it's one of those people that's like, I already took a knee, 50 yards back, and we're still going.
Yeah.
But I feel like now it's like, oh, you hear the Emperor's laugh. It's just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, okay. Force Awakens was doing a good. I felt like a lot of people were kind of giving it crap, but I was like, all right, I can see where you're turning into the curve. You're leaning into the curve, and if I think if J.J. Abrams had continued it, and even if Rey had not been important, and I think he would have done a better job than what he did, because so much of my not giving a crap right now is based off of Last Jedi. You liked it.
I love it.
And I felt like it was the most horrible piece of bantha shit that I've ever watched. Pardon my language, everybody. I'm sorry. I now realize my uncle and my dad and my mom are watching. Anyway, I won't say it's definitely not Empire Strikes Back, because nowhere in that point did someone Mary Poppins through a ship with Jedi powers. I'm just gonna say, but
it's dark out here for some reason.
I know. I just noticed that too, like the light up there. Anyway,
and then you hear,
yeah, and then like Palpatine's laughing in the background. Like, okay, you got thrown down a mine shaft.
I was like, okay. But here's the thing. What I feel like, what Rian Johnson did took some balls, and I think let's go and continue.
There's no balls. He was like, I'm just, everything that you thought was going to happen, I'm just not going to make that happen. That's fine. You don't have to meet everybody's expectations. That's not your thing as a film director. But this was like, every thought, hope, dream that you had might be where the Star Wars itself is heading. He was like, no, and I think Red Letter Media did it.
It's
Red
like,
Letter Media did it best when they were like, "You think I'm gonna drink this wine?" And then he just pours it out. He's like, "I just subverted your expectations." It's like that's what it is. It's like you don't have to. You could just drink the wine.
No.
and
So
be okay.
Here's the problem. So what the with The Last Jedi is, it's not just subverting your expectation. It's subverting tropes in this entire genre. It's like the whole thing, like, oh, we're gonna do this harebrained scheme and go to this whatever Canto Bight planet, and we're gonna save the day. And you get there, like, no, you screwed up. So it's this whole understanding that failure and the whole just you can't.
I'm
succeed in
okay with
everything.
them screwing up. Like,
Yeah.
but you don't run into some mystical guy in jail that suddenly solves all your problems.
Well, he didn't solve. He literally ruined those guys.
Well, I mean, he ruined it, but he should have never been able to get on the stupid ship in the beginning. Like,
But he
some
ruined
random,
them.
like,
I know, but he literally ruined their plans. He wasn't the dude.
well, no,
what I
we know
mean?
he was. He wasn't the guy that was looking all dapper and I don't know, throwing dice.
The guy that they were trying to
the
meet.
guy that they were trying to meet. Like, I get that, but like, how many times do you end up in jail and some guy's like, yeah, but I can still get you on the ship? Like, no, you're not gonna be able to get remotely close to that. It's like he was still some rando password like super hacker.
Well, I mean,
like,
you got to get him back in the story somehow.
no, just let him have been like, oh shit, we just got to get back to the ship and like hope that we didn't F this up.
But again,
I would have been okay
but
with
that's subverting the expectation there too. It's like you're
I get
getting
it.
him out
I
of
get it.
jail.
But, yeah.
Like, oh yeah, they met the guy. You know, it's all screwy. But I mean,
It was just like I
bring it
felt
back.
like what's his name? What was the name of the hacker guy?
Benicio
Benicio
del
del
Toro.
Toro. Yeah, I felt like he was just like, hey, I've got a couple days, and I'm like, let's write something for him. Let's do it, because that's what it just felt like. It just felt like he was written in for the fact of it was Benicio del Toro.
Well, but
and
Benicio del Toro's like, I've got this accent I want to try.
Yeah,
Let me try this accent on you guys, see if you like it. And they're like,
Anyway,
go
sorry
for it,
guys.
go for it.
This is one of the few things we don't agree on is anything Star Wars.
But we do agree that we don't like the new trailer.
Yeah, that's
for
true.
different reasons, obviously. It's funny thing about it. We dislike it for different reasons.
Yeah.
But that's my take on it is just it is giving basically giving everybody that hates The Last Jedi credence when it's like they're already checked out in the movie.
Yeah.
They're not going to rescue you by putting Emperor's Laugh in there. They're not going to retain all
That's
people
true.
that gave up Star Wars by we're going back to more AT-ATs, you know? No.
It's just essentially what I feel like in the end is that they're like, hey, look, Palpatine's up there, and no matter how many times we've kicked you in the balls in the last couple of movies, maybe you'll come back. I still will wind up watching it. Doesn't matter. I need to, there needs to be a completion. I watched all 3 of the prequels. They sucked butt. I still watch them. I'm obviously going to watch this.
Right now, my only hope, my new hope,
You're going to do a New Hope?
my new hope is that it's not really Emperor's back. It's just that he's gone to all these other planets and he's left like crystals or whatever nonsense of him like saying, you will protect the Sith Lord will be back.
Yeah.
When they come back, you will open this treasure and you will become a new Sith, whatever.
Yeah.
So he's not really back. He's dead, but he's not
You
like
just force ghosted at this point.
Yeah, but the thing is, again, I have to read this crap. I shouldn't, but like Sith can't force ghost like the way the Jedi do.
Yeah.
They can only do it around where they die.
Yeah.
So that whole thing was like they visited that planet with the Death Star thing.
Well, yeah, the Death Star.
all
That's the
crashed
thing.
on
It's
there.
like, so that's where his body would be.
That's where he could force ghost. So maybe that's how they I don't know. I'm just
Also,
gonna watch it.
and poor everybody else is like, oh my gosh, what are they? They've gone completely nerd. It's okay. John Wick 3, I'm gonna enjoy that. I enjoyed the first 2, obviously, so I'm gonna enjoy the third one. And I think when they finally finish the TV series, which is the Continental, I'll probably enjoy that too. Even though it won't have John Wick in it, I like that world where it's just like this world of us like complete crazy assassins. So I'll probably enjoy that one as well.
Love the talk. We went for what I would say 4 or 5 months without talking
Star Wars.
So we did a pretty good job there.
But it's because there's ramping up. Like there's 6 months to this next Star Wars.
Well, no, we didn't talk about Star Wars since the Last Jedi, which was like last Christmas. No, 2 Christmases ago.
The trailer hasn't come out for it, Daniel. It's just been a lot of like
We got the poster.
murmurings for
The poster, John Wick with the that says John Thwick.
Oh yeah, the trailer. I was talking about the Continental, but yeah, I think John Wick 3 does have like a teaser, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, dang it, what was I gonna say? Oh, I was watching a bit of stuff with Keanu Reeves. I guess he was going through like a gun range, like he was doing practice for that, and he was like, the person he's training with is literally like a SEALs guy, like that's who he's doing his gun training with. It's like, okay, that makes sense why, like, yeah. He's like, all right, when you come around this door, you're going to want to do this. And it's like, it was really cool to watch. It was like, I don't know, a 15-minute thing. But, you know, Keanu is like...
You ever wonder if like they do enough of that stuff? Like Keanu's been doing a lot of those movies.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of action movies. You got to wonder, right?
You wonder, he's like, yeah, I know.
But, oh, no, but that was the thing is like, Keanu Reeves looked like an upstanding guy. He's like asking him questions and like, oh, okay, what if I do this? And
bring it back to reality. Even though you're an action movie star, you do that a lot.
Yeah.
Even the professional like SWAT teams need to be trained continuously.
Oh yeah, of course.
So it's not like like one guy that pulls it off for a movie once or twice a year. That's not.
Yeah, there's the trailer for Continental. The Continental hasn't come out yet. At this point, all it's been is just like talks and of like from people who are, I guess, actors in that one.
Well, there's actually a lot of movies coming out that right around this time. There's a small indie film coming out next weekend. I'm trying to remember what the name of it is. It's by this company. I think it's called Marvel.
Marvel, yeah,
something like that.
I've heard. I think I've heard of them.
I don't know. I just want you guys to go out there just to know that there is a movie called, I think, Ngami.
I heard Ngami.
Avengers Ngami. Yep. You guys, I should probably just check this out. Support indie filmmaking. Go out there and support Avengers Ngami.
Yep.
Right? Is that right? Okay.
With
it's got a few lesser known stars, and people that are past their heyday. Like it's called like John Johnson and
what was his name? Bob Downey or something.
There you go. That works.
Bob Downey Jr.
And Mark,
I think he was the
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo.
He's pretty good. Okay. Enough goofing that was pretty
anyway, good. Yeah. But also, if you guys haven't gone and seen Shazam, go see it.
Go see Shazam.
Now I forgot. Like now it's completely. Did the thing freeze?
No, it's still going.
No, but look at the.
Oh, you're frozen.
I'm frozen.
Yeah, so I'm okay.
You're okay. I'm frozen.
Frozen.
Am I? Turn back to me again. Oh, yep, still frozen.
Still frozen.
All right, do we need to restart the camera real quick?
Let's see here. Yeah.
So go to Wide Shot.
Keep talking, Joe. And I'll be right back.
Show. Yes, I haven't seen The Man That Killed Hitler and the Bigfoot. It has Sam Elliott in it. I saw the trailer for it. I felt like that was supposed to be a joke. But it wasn't. It was really. Stream is apparently fine on everything but me. It was like. Hello. There we go.
Holy moly.
Yo. How are you doing? The echo is real. And Disney badges just showed up. Yo. Oh wait, apparently they could hear us, I guess. Oh good. We're back. Wait, so am I, like, are we, like, seeable? Oh, hey, look, I'm looking down at the thing as oh, so you guys just got a great thing of me just typing. Yeah. Anyway, we're back. Also, Star Wars is great, and go watch Avengers Endgame with those lovable scamps, Tony Stark and the Hulk. Oh yeah, Robert Downey Jr. and Mark Ruffalo. Is the Hulk and still alive? To my knowledge, he is. So, also, we're sorry to our new Disney overlords. We have made mistakes, and we no longer wish for you to destroy us. Anyway, as long as they didn't bring a realistic Sonic with them. Also, I mean, I know that they're not totally want us to say this, but go see Shazam. It was actually a good movie. Also, Warner Brothers, pony up that money. Anyway, they're never going to. Also, though, we were talking about Disney Plus,
there we go. Right.
Just as everything went down. So, I mean, that's what you were saying, $7.
Yeah. So this Disney Plus, and we went down obviously because of Disney interference. We're talking smack on Endgame there. Although we're talking smack. Anyhow, Disney Plus now, I think it's a year-long commitment of $74, and it wakes up to be like $6 a month.
Yeah.
You get all the old classic movies, none of this released from the vaults nonsense that Disney does. So you get to watch Pinocchio whenever you want. Mm-hmm. You get to watch all the old classic, maybe hopefully not Sound from the South. If you wanted to turn that on, it's only going to get my racism on today. No, but there's all kinds of stuff. And then the reason why the Fox deal happened was because Disney wanted some material for Disney Plus.
Yep.
So all the Fox movies are going to be on Disney Plus. All the Marvel movies are on DVD. All the Pixar movies are on Disney Plus. It's looking like a good. From a business standpoint, it is a brilliant move. Netflix needs to step their game, not put out so much crap.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, Netflix puts out a lot of crap.
Yep.
They do, and they oftentimes a lot more misses than hits, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more careful.
But yes, Jen, to answer your question, Disney Plus is going to be a good competitor to Netflix. Also, it's going to be an Amazon
and
Hulu and
those are big players.
Disney Online or DC Online.
Well, DC Online is more just straight.
But it's all if you're a DC fan.
Yeah. So it's the big boys are moving into the streaming space.
But I mean, honestly, if I were Netflix, I'd just try to absorb just go the DC route because they're going to lose all the Marvel stuff.
I think Netflix is a weird thing because also, as a movie lover, I don't like Netflix. Like they got rid of all the good movies and like there's a handful there's left.
Yeah.
I much prefer watching stuff on Amazon or one of the Amazon channels like HBO or Stars.
I mean, at this point, I like a lot of stuff on Amazon, and I like a lot of stuff, or I like some stuff on Netflix. But yeah, I've gotten to a point where it's really hard for me to get into much stuff on Netflix.
I'd rather browse Amazon than browse Netflix, honestly.
I mean, like, I like The Flash and Arrow and...
So Netflix has to keep
the Flash and the Arrow.
Well, Netflix has to keep its eye on the ball and start making content again, or at least start making really good content.
Yeah.
Again, they tried last year with Roma and these other movies they're trying to win an Oscar for. So
and slightly touching on back on Disney. I mean, I'm sorry Disney, but I didn't particularly care for The Punisher or Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
I liked The Defenders. It was okay. For some reason, I was one of the few people that liked the Iron Fist. And everybody was super against that one. I liked it, so that got canceled in season 2. But all the Marvel shows I didn't particularly care for all that much. Daredevil wasn't too bad, but yeah, I mean the thing I'm saying is I don't know. I feel like I feel like Netflix should acquire some better shows.
Yeah.
I feel like Into the Badlands was a really good show that was on AMC and it showed up on Netflix.
That's also what I mean. Netflix needs to figure out what they want to be.
Yeah, they're kind of right now like a shotgun. Like they just shoot at whatever and hope that some of it sticks.
Yeah.
And
I mean, they do a lot of comedy specials. I guess.
Well, and I love their comedy specials.
Yeah, so that's they do a lot of cooking shows.
Yeah,
a lot of food shows on Netflix.
It really is like they kind of need to go like, all right, maybe we should narrow it down just a little bit.
Well, I mean, like I wonder if they want to be a little more like an HBO. You know,
Yeah.
like HBO's like we've got our Game of Thrones, we've got our original series and the original movies, but we also show the occasional popular movie.
Yeah,
you know, but then HBO they actually get popular movies.
Yeah,
and Netflix is like. So somebody explained this to me that like it used to be traditionally it was goes to theater and how well it does on the theater determines the price of how much the television channels will pay. First, premium cable channels like HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, and Stars, and then it would go after it would go through that it would go through regional television, and then the pickings given left to streaming sites like Amazon and Hulu and Netflix. Netflix for a while made a deal with Stars.
Yeah.
So they would take all their catalogs. So that put them way up front in the beginning of the food chain.
Yeah.
But then Stars is like, I don't think so. Or one of the two, they broke up.
Yeah.
And now Netflix is way back here again. That's why you don't see any really top movies on Netflix showing up right away.
Yeah.
So where are we going to be with Netflix? I don't know.
It's going to turn into like Adam Sandler movies and M. Night Shyamalan and
I guess.
Which I'm not shitting on Glass. It wasn't
you saw it then.
It wasn't bad. It just wasn't great. It was okay. But I mean, M. Night Shyamalan forever will be to me like the destroyer of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
And so I don't really support him.
So it was people on my frame rate video always telling me like how you're gonna be wrong when James Cameron releases the new Avatar movie. So I saw this video that Jack's Films made.
Yeah.
Where he and the guy from the Internet Etiquette guy, Eric, and they went to like Santa Monica and they asked people, all right, I'll give you $10 if you can name one character from Avatar.
Even I can't.
Like one person got it.
Really?
One person got the name of like the doctor.
Yeah.
But no one could name him.
I mean, I could say Sigourney Weaver was in it.
But what's her
that's it.
name?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Doctor something.
Yeah. So not
Doctor not important, apparently.
I think like Nefertiti or something like that.
Yeah.
Neri or something like that was the name of the Smurf. Or Papa Smurf. There was Papa Smurf in there. But yeah, it's like, how can a movie that made all the money in the world have no characters that you can remember the names of?
Yeah.
Like, I can do it. I can remember the name of any character from any other movie.
Yeah, and Sprinkle Donut asked, what was the last film? Because I'm assuming everybody's just like, we could like talk about Netflix and Disney Plus and Amazon, all that stuff. Anyway, but the last short that we did before that was actually the short we did in Filmmaker IQ Live, which was Film Stars. And then...
The heck was that?
What was that?
I don't know. Tonight's the weird day of all kinds of things happening and noises in the hall.
Again, I'm sorry, Disney. Really love your Marvel TV shows that you canceled.
You know what?
Please stop putting us
Disney
out.
owned Pawn Stars.
Oh, yeah, that's what.
I don't think they do.
Anyway, please don't kill us is all I'm asking. But yeah, so that was the last short we did. Before that, couldn't have been Pitch Black was the last one before that one.
I mean, I made a bunch of tiny shorts.
We've all made we made a lot of shorts and a lot of skits, but I mean, like the last major
short
one
was Pitch Black.
Was Pitch Black.
I mean, there's other ones.
Somebody had said it in earlier comments about Pitch Black.
Oh, they actually saw that?
Yeah. But yeah.
I like, and Bob was saying that the Avatar was sold on the technology.
I don't think Jesus is haunting.
I think he's got better things to do than to bother our little podcast.
But he's a little busy with the world. He doesn't need to be here.
No, he's in here in spirit.
Well, that's true. He's everywhere, right?
In spirit.
Anyway. Yeah, Pitch Black was a really good film. Oh yeah, Paul Smith. Yeah,
I actually saw that film.
Yeah, and then before that was Emily.
You're not talking about the Pitch Black with what's his face in it.
No, it's a
Chronicles of Riddick.
the porg is out to get you. The porg judges us from its place.
The porg knows.
Yep.
The porg knows.
But yeah, and we did the Christmas short too. We did little short. A lot of our shorts were showing up in filmmaker IQ Live, which we turned into the Pubcast.
We took Filmmaker IQ Live, broke into 2 parts, made it a Pubcast, and then Filmmaker IQ Shorts.
Oh yeah, that's what that was. There behind the scenes? No, literally no. At that I don't think there was. We never did.
Behind the scenes are hard to make because you need to have another person actually filming them behind the scenes. And when we're working in small crews like we do, there's no person who has that time to do that. So usually, like that's why with Out of Sync, we had a friend of mine.
Yeah, we had Ed who showed up for the day,
and he had to leave early, so he didn't get to see us like sweating at the very end.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah. Plus, I think we were running out of battery power super fast.
I think that camera does suck batteries. I got more batteries for it.
Yeah. But I mean, so yeah, like a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that you'll see is probably the first half. It's not the second half where we're like, oh my gosh, we're doing like 7, 8 different like setups, like trying to get everything set up and ready for each shot. Like, yeah, so you didn't get to see all that stuff, which is fine. Nor did you get to see us get late and get a freaking...
Well, we didn't know.
We didn't know at that point. I kind of assumed when they looked really pissed when we brought that stuff back, though.
I don't know why they would be pissed.
I don't know. They're getting paid.
They're getting paid overtime, I think. So Sprinkle Donut asks why.
But it was a Friday.
Why didn't John get a Slurpee? Because I didn't want to get a Slurpee today. I wanted to go with a regular drink so I could drink with my official Filmmaker IQ pint glass.
Oh no, probably gone now, right? 3 months is what it
well,
was.
No, so what I reread it up, and I think a strike is good forever. Well, whatever. But if you get 3, then you are asked to not be part of the space for 3 months.
Oh, okay.
And now, necessarily, if we got a strike for like saying Ed Cosico using the boom mic as a bow stick, if that would have been a real strike, 2? That might have actually kicked us out of the. They don't necessarily have to stick to that rule.
Oh, okay.
Like, we can ban you for whatever we want.
Yeah.
We'll give you 3, but we can ban you if we ever feel like it.
Yeah.
But luckily, that was not our PO bow stick. We should get a PO box to send stuff if you want to send stuff to us.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we might as well.
With PO boxes, I never check them.
Yeah.
They just end up like sitting there forever and like collecting mailers.
Yeah, well, at some point maybe. If you like, if people start asking for it a lot, then maybe we'll do that. Yeah. Here's an off-topic question. This actually is an off-topic question, which is what is. This is putting us back on topic, which is what are you using for your screenwriting and also a good storyboarding app? Well, we use what Final Draft. I use Celtrix a lot still. Celtics or Celtics. That's how they pronounce it. Oh, okay. Celtics, and I'm using an old copy of it. One before they started doing. Who's there? Noah's here right now. It's just me and John. But he was adjusting something on the vMix. Yeah. Also, what happened on the vMix? Because I think Sprinkle Donut asked, and I didn't answer, which was it just needed the computer just needed an update. So
I think what happened was we had a card kind of not stop working or something kind of interrupted, which caused other cards to kind of interrupt. And then in order to restart the computer, I needed to apply updates.
Yeah.
That's why it took us so dang long to get back to you guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, we use Final. Starting to use Final Draft now.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I think I like Final Draft.
I have it on my computer too, but
I just never have time I need to get back and actually writing stuff again.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, lately, if we're writing stuff, it's in Google, so we can both see it.
Yeah, I write a lot of Google. Like all the scripts for the short film or the videos that we do here. Those are all done in Google Drive.
Yes, the capture cards are for the cameras because like we have a camera that's mine, camera that's John's, camera that's the wide shot. All of that's essentially wired into the capture cards, which then vMix uses. So.
Yes, that's what I love to. I'm sure I probably scared the crap out of everybody on the stream there.
They're like, holy crap!
There's people clapping. Oh. Yeah, Google Drive works pretty darn well for a lot of things, man. I've almost replaced all of my. Only reason I keep Google or Microsoft Office is because corporations don't know how to use Google Drive yet.
Yeah,
because they send you Word.
But
documents.
yeah, I mean the nice thing about it is we can both be in the same document, and so we like if we're not like if I live not super far away or anything like that. But I live a decent amount of way up the freeway, and so it's a little bit easier, especially hanging out, or if we're like chatting on Skype or something, to just be able to open a Google Doc and continue doing something.
Ideas for staying motivated to write, I find it really difficult, even though I want to. Is it just me?
No, it's not just you.
It's literally me right now at this moment.
Yeah, I mean, like as I said, we have some shorts that we want to do, but we also want to. We've had an idea that we've slowly morphed from 3 episodes into like we were going to do it into some other stuff, and now we kind of are thinking of taking that one towards like a feature. And so even us, like we've written these out into segments of like 3, and now we're taking it and want to do it into a full story. And so even we get distracted or, you know, I mean, just don't even feel the will to write sometimes. It happens.
Well, I mean, the realities of also running a
exactly.
YouTube channel too. People don't realize, like, when you put up a YouTube video, at least when I put up a video, maybe not everybody does this, but like I've got to create. First of all, you make the video, you got to create the thumbnail, then you got to create the description, then you got to write then you got to copy or you got to write all the tags out.
Yep.
And then you got to do captions because for our stuff, captions are important because we have an international audience. So you have to do the captions. I'll either send that out. In fact, today I sent it out for the behind the scenes because I didn't have time to do them.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I type in all the words into it. Okay, so that once that's done, then the video's ready to go. Then I got to go to the website, filmmakeriq.com, which if you haven't noticed, it's right there, and create a little post for the video. So like half of your day is just setting up a video that you've spent all this time on.
Yep.
And like, well, then you want to put it up there and watch the comments come in and see everything, you know, and enjoy the little bit, bask in the light of the new video. But you're tired.
Exactly.
It's hard, and I've got my own little family. My mom's having issues walking, so I'm dealing with that right now. So it's tough. You just gotta sit. I think what you gotta do is sit down and just do it. Yeah, I think sometimes you build stuff up in your head to make it so much bigger than what it really is. Like you're afraid, I need the writer's block is you're making it bigger, you're making it worse.
Yep.
Just sit down and do it. And if it's not good, it's not good. You just go back and redo it.
And for archiving, cloud and hard.
Yeah, you want to hear my archiving story? So I do a daily backup of all my equipment, all my content onto a local Drobo, which is at an 18 terabyte. So I have a local backup mirror every day in case my computer goes down. I have a local backup. Then at the same time, I also back that up to the Google Drive because we have unlimited space because we're a Google Suite or a G Suite. So we have a bunch of shared storage. Another option for people would be Amazon Glacier is pretty good as far as like long-term slow storage. If you just want to make sure something's safe, you're not worried about accessing it every single day. That's another way to do it. So that's archiving. One of these days I might actually look into LTO tape, but I don't know about that. It looks kind of expensive.
Yeah. And actually, Paul, I do similar things. I try to find, if I'm writing something, I try to find something that kind of, in my mind, equates to the music I want to write. Or, like, if it's something like a battle, then I want to look for epic kind of like battle music. If it's like a drama, or it's like drama moment, maybe I'm looking for something a little bit more. But yeah, everybody has their own kind of steps on what helps them. Like I'm very music oriented, so it's like I want to listen to something that has that same emotional impact. I think on what I'm trying to write.
Like Daniel says, do a day in the life of Filmmaker IQ video. No, I don't think you want to see that. That's pretty sad.
It would end up with us at the sushi place.
Not every day, but
I mean, a day we tend to either end up at sushi or we're cleaning up the park back here, or John sitting at the desk, or
looking at comments from the 24 frame rate video,
looking at comments
and getting angry and then deleting the response and saying, no, why did I do this? I like this. Where do you source your music from? Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle is one of the places I get it from. Artlist.io is another one I use. There's one called Wolf Music that I'm looking into probably getting involved with.
Yeah.
Subscription. There's a couple other places too. Yeah, those are some good places to start.
And we have a couple of people that make some music, and and then and then John also makes music. So, you know, and you just find what works best.
I like what Trevor says right there.
I'm thinking of creating an empty room in my house just for writing free. Yeah, just a desk, a pen, and a piece of paper, and just get yourself out of your head.
Sometimes, you know, what I find is actually a good idea is to just go to your library. If you have a laptop, go take your laptop to the library and just get away from things. You know, get away from everything. Even after a while, your empty room is going to feel like it's going to start like creating problems with you.
The problem is like even when you're sitting if you say you're sitting in a completely white room with just a desk, a pad, a piece of paper, or piece of paper and a pen, you're still gonna be like, I could go to the kitchen, or I could go and sit in the living room or stuff like that. But just get out of your head / house or whatever.
Get out of your routine.
Get out of your routine. Yeah, exactly. That's
go
the
to
best
the
way to do
park.
it.
Go to the library. Libraries are fun because they're quiet.
Yeah,
they got electricity and they have internet.
Yep.
And they have a homeless guy like jerking it off to internet porn.
Yeah.
Well, that went dark.
That went dark real quick, but I haven't been to the library in a.
I go every once in a while. I get the hankering and go and just go hang because we have a library nearby, and what you want to do is snag a chair. They got this humongous windows and just look over the entire valley.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. Just go sit there and like just type away and just watch this. The problem is when you're working, you don't notice it, but like the view goes because it gets dark.
Yeah, exactly. As time passes,
cool.
But.
Studio tour video. We did a studio tour in our first
Filmmaker IQ Live.
We could do another one of these and then show it during a pubcast or something.
Well, I mean, we just take that piece out and then show it during.
Well, but things have changed a little bit.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So, things have definitely changed, I guess. But not super a lot, but a little
bit, I guess. Not a whole lot, I guess. I think, isn't this? No, that's not new. Never mind.
No, because that was added at the very beginning of the Filmmaker IQ Live.
And that was added actually before Christmas 1 year. King mentions writing goals of writing 2,000 words a day. Sure, if you're Stephen King.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like if you can do that, that's awesome. But I mean at the same time, I find a lot of myself going back a lot, and that's the thing I try not to do now. Where it's like if I've written something. I'm like, all right, I've already done that, so just what's the continuation? Because I can always, once everything's completed, I can always look through and then make the changes that might,
all writing is rewriting, they say.
Yeah, exactly. I've sat there and I've rewrote chapters of stuff just because, where I should have just moved on. And I still do it now because I look and I'm like not happy with it and I'm like, past me was an idiot. I need to change this. And it's like, no, I should have just moved forward.
Well, not speaking of which, but just saying, hi, Julio. Greetings from Finland.
Hey, Julio.
Finland. I said England.
Okay.
Can you explain the construction of your windows? So I usually get them from Microsoft.
No, they're light boxes. Yeah. That John had built. Inside of them is three
sets of like fluorescent lighting.
Yeah, and
it's basically just if you imagine when you go when you're in your downtown and you see a bus stop and you see those posters in the bus stop that are lit from behind. That's exactly what they are.
Yep,
they're just posters. So that's exactly what they are. So you're writing a stream of consciousness and it's crappy. You keep going and keep going back. I think you were just talking about it. Yep.
Yes.
Exactly.
So, essentially what you do or what I've been trying to do is, sometimes that when you write something, it's not as linear as you're thinking or perhaps not going to mesh with everything that you have written before, but you have to essentially move forward. You can always rewrite once everything's done, but it's better to not keep going back because I do that a lot. I'll think like, future or past Joseph was a dumb. Why do you write it this way? And then I'll change it, and instead of just moving forward, and then going back later on where I've written my end, I've written my beginning. Now let's make all the continuity work. Let's make, tighten everything up. And that's where I think we get hung up with is like, we can always look at something and write it better the second time. You can always do it. But if you're stopping yourself and just keep rewriting, then you're going to lengthen the amount of time it takes to just reach that end and then just go through and, do a revision. Then give it to someone that you trust and then have them read it, and they can always give you a little bit of comments and you can tighten that up. It's better to just be like, you know what? It's not what I wanted it to be, but I need to move forward now.
You know what Ernest Hemingway said about writing? He said, write drunk, edit sober.
There you go. Yeah.
Follow that advice. Write drunk or write from stream of consciousness and then edit later.
Have you ever seen Ain't It Cool by Harry Knowles on Nerdist? No, I have not.
I have. I mean, back in the old days, he was kind of like, he was more popular back in the early web 1.0 days.
Yeah.
But not so much anymore. I mean, he had an interview with
this thing not go down?
When I used to do
Well, that's not wrong.
a regular podcast on Filmmaker IQ, I did a video where I featured Harry Knowles, Ain't It Cool News, and they interviewed Douglas Trumbull, the guy that's the high frame rate guy.
Yeah.
Everything comes back to frame rate. And I did a video, and they put him strike like a copyright thing on our video.
Oh, did they?
It's like, come on! I'm just giving you a little clip from this video. That anyhow.
I remember that because you were talking about how you're like nerds are jerks, and
yeah, they are.
Anyway, but yeah. So yeah, I mean that's kind of the route of doing, at least for writing for me. And anyway, new comment.
Do a no lull in the conversation here.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
No.
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
When's the next Star Trek movie coming out?
Now if they keep killing it with Discovery. Now if they keep murdering it. Like they're like, hey, remember Star Trek? It was lighthearted and fun. Let's not do that with this Star Trek. Let's make it super serious. Let's make everybody like terrible.
Well, I mean, I don't watch that, so I don't have CBS All Access.
I don't either.
So, there you go. We don't. When are we going to bring back for my good old boy Chris Pine as Captain?
That's true.
Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
I want some more of that.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever.
It's all right. Star Trek, I think we can destroy Star Trek all we want, and the only person that'll come after us is maybe J.J. Abrams. But
what does J.J. Abrams care? He's working on Star Wars now.
That's true.
That's what he really wanted to do. The only reason he did Star Trek is to make Star Wars, I think.
Yeah. But that's the thing is, like, I enjoyed 1 and 3 of the Star Trek movies.
Yeah. Or no, 3.
Yeah.
There wasn't a 4 yet.
There's not a fourth one.
The fourth one's going to involve whales. And
I feel bad because, like, I like Benedict Cumberbatch, and I wanted Stu to be okay.
That was so dumb.
But then they destroyed it, like, so badly.
So J.J. Abrams is going to be, who's directing Star Wars 4. There aren't whales in this version.
Yeah.
And you go there like, no.
And then there's whales.
There's whales.
Yeah.
Come on.
We're not going back in time, and there's not going to be whales. And it's like, go back in time, and there's whales. It's like, everybody figured out you're going Khan in the second one. No, not Khan. It's not going to be Khan.
I'm not
It's Khan. Fuck
and
you.
then you want to subvert some expectations? Let's switch it around and have Spock say, no!
Yeah. Yeah,
that is some subverting of expectations.
That's fair. I mean, I'm like, J.J. Abrams didn't do that in Star Wars, and then it's like, no, because he did it in Star Trek.
But
really, you know what? I think he learned his lesson because of that Star Trek episode, or that Star Trek movie.
I think he also learned to cool it with the lens flares, because everyone's making fun of him.
Yeah.
For the lens flares. He's like, I don't do that, do I?
Overlord,
like,
Nazi zombies.
Oh, Overlord. That was I saw that last year. There's a movie about the guys that land on the thing and they try to take over this thing.
It's not the moon one, right? That was that terrible one. But
Overlord's it's decent for like a B movie.
Oh wait, I remember you telling me about it. I didn't want. Yeah, it was on the list. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I'll probably wind up watching. Here's the truth. Here's the truth though. I'm kind of out on zombies.
So this is not really a zombie movie. I mean,
okay.
it's more like a Frankenstein movie than a
Yeah,
zombie.
because I try. Okay, so going back a little bit on Netflix here, they released a zombie thing about a week, 2 weeks ago.
Which one?
No, it was one. It's called like the Black Storm. It's like a TV show or something, or Black Summer or something. Anyway, so it's like a zombie thing, and it's the most terrible thing I've ever watched because it keeps reverting back. So it's like the first episode shows the same people on like in 15 minutes. So it starts with the one guy, and most people die in this thing. Like it's like if Fear the Dead or Walking Dead, but like nobody was likable, and which actually in The Walking Dead I don't think there are a lot of people likable in that either. But everybody kept dying, and there was never a main character at all. So I don't know. Anyway,
I feel with like Walking Dead, there's no joy in the show.
Yeah,
it's just dreary and like everything's bad.
As far as Star Trek, I'd really be interested in Quentin Tarantino's version. Yeah, it would be interesting. At this point,
there's a great trailer out there. If you could look up Quentin Tarantino's trailer.
Again, I don't particularly care for Seth MacFarlane, but I love. But Orville is fucking amazing, and I keep cursing, and hopefully my parents will stop watching this. I'm assuming he stopped watching it. Anyway, they
got bored when we started talking Star Wars. Like, what?
Probably.
What is nerds talking Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Let's turn this off and talk about cars some more. What kind of car do you like? They really made a mistake with that 1953 Chevy.
That's right.
I'll never forget. Subverting expectations. Are you kidding me? That 1973 Chevy Astro. It was a subversion.
The Astro, man?
Chevy Astro Star 6-cylinder really subverted expectations.
But any tips for making a first real short? Just go out there and make it at this point.
Yeah, you gotta make some other shorts. Make some not real shorts first. Get a feel for your camera. Get a feel for your setup, and then go ahead and do it. Surround yourself with as many good people as you can find. Try to be careful. Obviously, be careful. You don't want people around you that are trying to take away your project. Just find people that are keep a small, dedicated core group of people, and go out there and do it. I think you'll find a lot of people out there willing to help you.
Yeah, exactly.
The new thoughts on the new Beverly? I haven't even heard of that. The new Beverly, the theater. Is there a new Beverly theater? Okay, I'm not in LA, so I don't know this thing. Listen, buddy, you must make a good story.
One brilliant moment in movies, or in a movie, like in a movie.
In a movie.
Like one brilliant moment.
A brilliant moment in a movie. There's we always look at a classic example as The Usual Suspects.
Yeah,
there's a brilliant moment.
That is a brilliant moment.
As far as all the guys' work is concerned, like that is probably his best moment in that movie.
I'm trying to think of one where I really was blown away.
Throws the thing in the fire.
Yeah. I can't think of one for the life of me right now. It's like I know it's just because I've been put on this on the spot.
Well, I'm thinking like my example would be a brilliant moment is a moment in a movie where it makes you reevaluate everything
in the movie.
Yeah, other than just being a really great scene.
Yeah,
like, there's some really you can just sit down.
You can have really great scenes in a lot of things.
Sixth Sense is another example.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
re-examine the whole thing.
Where you re-examine the whole movie and you go back and try to find everything.
Crap. The border scene in Sicario. It's been a while since I saw Sicario, but is that the border scene when they're going up the highway, or I'm not sure.
Yeah. Wow, I'm trying to think of one that's just stood out, where it's just like, holy crap.
There was one not too far ago that I really enjoyed. It came more than halfway through the movie, where it's like you're thinking the movie's going to go a certain way, and then it twists around. I'm not sure.
Which one are you thinking about?
I don't know what it is. For some reason, Game Night's coming to my mind, but not. Game Night kind of does that a couple times.
Yeah,
but it's not like a whole brilliant moment. It's more like all right, we're gonna change the idea around.
Yeah,
change the idea around a little bit.
The idea changes, but it's not really that brilliant moment. I would say it's very far in between on those. So I'm trying to
the entire first battle scene from Seven Samurai, at least for me.
Yeah.
Sure.
I had thought of, like, for a brilliant moment, I had thought of Memento as well, but it was just like, you kind of start to suspect that kind of the ending.
Yeah.
Where you're starting to go like, okay, some stuff doesn't add up, and then it's like, oh, all right.
Memento sure was a good movie, man.
Huh?
Memento sure was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
I think it's often forgotten movie because Chris Nolan's has such a great career since, but it really is. And being, I don't know if you guys are as old as dirt as we are, but we saw it when we were in high school. It came out when we were in high school.
Yep.
And it's like, whoa, that's what you can do with movies?
Yeah.
Holy moly. I mean, they're not just cartoons and silliness. But, yeah. Man, is there going to be a third season of his brother's TV show, the Westworld?
I don't know yet. That's a good
question.
Because,
man, oh man, I feel like I lost all interest.
The momentum with it died a little bit.
Memento.
Memento died.
Yeah. I was like, what were we talking about? No, yeah, totally. It's just like, I don't care.
Yeah,
these guys are so they sucked all the fun out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so it's like it's the Walking Dead syndrome. Whereas Game of Thrones, that continues to be fun.
Yeah,
entertaining.
There was a movie that I really liked, and now I can't think of the name of it.
Westworld comes back in 2020. Well, I guess okay.
Well,
somebody still wants to watch it.
High Tech wasn't particularly a big fan of Memento.
Oh,
the Reveal of a Beautiful Mind. That was actually a good one too. Yeah, that wasn't a bad one as well.
Yeah, that's a pretty good example, Meow Wang.
Yeah. For the life of me right now, I just can't.
That's what
I'll think of it like literally we're driving home and I'll just be like, oh bam, that was one. And then I'll be like, well, I can't tell it on the podcast or Pubcast now.
Hey, Meow Wang, have you ever watched Webb and Mitchell look?
Oh, yeah.
That's number Wang. 34. That's number Wang.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
There was a number Wang robot.
That's what I thought, Meow Wang.
Yeah.
It's a Meow Wang. Okay.
Oh, that's terrible.
Best movie of 2018. I think we covered that in the 2018 video. First Man says, I never saw First Man. People are saying it's a little dry, but yeah. Check it out. Why not? I like space. I like the moon. I'm in favor of the moon. There's somebody I was reading something like people are complaining about like, oh, the shadows on the moon are all wrong. Well, go out there and take a photo out in the real world and learn how shadows work because that looks exactly right. Anyways, Baraka, Samsara, you think non-narrative documentary is worth it? Sure. The problem with non-narrative documentary, I'll be really honest with you. I saw one, it was called, I'll call it Timescapes. I saw it in Vegas. I was really excited to see it. And I went and saw it, and I was expecting a narrative.
Yeah.
I was expecting them to, like, this is the history of the Southwest Desert. Like, no, all I got was a non-narrative 1 hour, just a bunch of time lapses. And I watched it like, God, that sucked.
Yeah.
I don't like non-narrative.
Yeah,
But Samsara and Baraka, that's done so well that it's almost that it works.
Yeah.
So if you want, being non-narrative means you have to have the absolute. Well, non-narrative doesn't mean you don't have a story. It means the story is not really that obvious.
Yeah.
So you just can't throw a bunch of footage at the screen and say, well, it's non-narrative. Because Baraka, they actually have a narrative. Anyhow.
And actually, Daniel asked a pretty interesting one, which he said, do you watch any movies before you start a production, like Spielberg watched Lawrence of Arabia, or movies to inspire you to keep making projects?
Maybe that's what I need to start doing.
However, the thing is a lot of the time, you'll see references of stuff.
Oh, my God.
Because, and obviously in Out of Sync, you see a lot of them, which is why, but that's, and we kind of just poured as what we thought was funny into it. But I mean, that's kind of the thing is you will find those little things that help, like, kind of push you on something because you're like, oh, like, wouldn't it be funny like it was kind of like this way, or wouldn't, that was really cool way of doing it. You're going to find those references, but yeah, as for particular movies before production, not really, at least for me.
I need to watch more movies, really. I don't know. I haven't watched a movie in a couple weeks. I need to just sit down and watch a movie. But yeah, like example is what's the movie with my friend Andrew Dufresne.
Oh yeah, Shawshank.
Shawshank, right? So when we were making Shawshank, every night they would watch Goodfellas.
Yeah,
because that's the voiceover stuff is so Goodfellas, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. You should probably watch a movie. I didn't want to get to Meow Wang's question because we didn't hit it, and he was asking it for a second time.
Go for it.
What are your thoughts on Yorgos Lanthimos? I wasn't a big fan of the first two films that he made, or the two films that he became popular for, but the last one, I was showing Joe a little bit, we still have to watch it. The Favorite is my favorite movie of 2018. In fact, if you want to answer the question, what's your favorite movie of 2018? It was The Favorite. Mm-hmm. So I think he's clever. I think he's very interesting. And that movie is so peculiar and weird and delicious. I should probably just watch that tonight. That's what I'm going to do.
There you go.
And I actually bought that movie. I don't usually buy movies. I stream movies because I'm lazy and I'm cheap. But I bought that one because I couldn't stream it.
Yeah.
So I've got to work on that.
Would you ever consider doing a video about animatronics? Yes.
That'd be fun.
Maybe looking at some of the amazing work by Stan Winston. But yeah, no, I mean, definitely, if we could, it would be great to be able to find a studio that does a lot of animatronics, be able to go in and shoot.
The only place, Stan Winston's got their own internet presence, and they do their own videos and all that. So, but yeah, I'd love to work with Stan Winston Academy. I mean, Stan Winston himself is dead.
Yeah,
but his those guys, dude, those guys did not grow up, man. Those people that work there, it's like, you guys are doing my hobby that I used to do when I was a kid, making models and stuff like that. I would love to do, although I feel like I'm drawn to filmmaking because I'm drawn to filmmaking from a bigger picture. Yeah. Like, I want to see the big picture come together. But I love the models too. Yeah. I love playing with that stuff.
Well, I mean, and I think we got it touched into this one on the last Pubcast too, is we all have our little stories. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when we were kids, like you were talking how you were watching, was it Indiana Jones?
Temple of Doom and stuff like that.
And you were playing, on the top of the couch. It was like, when you watch these things, or when you do that, you want to tell your own, like your story. Yeah. And it's like, and that's, I think, it's that passion of continually wanting to tell that story. Like, some people are just like, I like telling the story, but I'd rather tell it in a party atmosphere versus someone who's like, I want to tell it and let all these people watch my story. That's what I want.
Well, it's like going back to Spielberg's story about how his parents, he kept crashing his train. Yeah. His parents like, I'm not going to give you another train. You're going to crash it. Yep. But he's like, I'm just going to film it now. And I can film it once and
watch it over and over again.
Yeah. That's exactly how the only thing is now, like, filmmaking is basically that, plus a lot more work goes into making that.
Yeah, to making that explosion.
Working to edit that and make it really cool. And that's filmmaking, basically. Yeah.
Exactly. But I mean, I think that's kind of the way it is when somebody is that passionate about telling their story, then you have to find you want to find an outlet for it. And
well, the other thing was like, my point was just saying that you mentioned Rick Baker there. Yeah, is that I don't think I would be happy. I don't think I'd be satisfied to work on just the
piece. Yeah,
because I want to be on the other side too. I want to see it all come together.
Exactly,
or at least I want to be able to control how it all comes together.
And good evening, Thomas.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So way back in the old days when this set was originally built, I made a really terrible Hitchcock video. Remember that?
Yep.
And it was like, good evening. Tonight we're going to do a story of blood.
Yeah.
And it was like
I always think of the Simpsons version of it with Homer.
Good evening.
Good evening.
That's me. Yeah. 23.24 smiley face. Awesome.
But I mean, battery is on at 10%. That's a good place to put my cinematography resume if I'm looking to expand business.
Good question. I have no idea. Where do you live, first of all?
Yeah, I find...
You might get yourself a site from squarespace.com Why aren't you sponsoring this show, Squarespace?
Why?
Why? You're sponsoring everybody else on down the street. You're sponsoring the hobo down the corner here.
Yeah.
Hobo Bob down there.
Yeah.
He's sponsored by Squarespace.
Yeah. And you don't even want to look him in the eyes.
No.
He's crazy.
Because you don't never look Hobo Bob in the eyes.
Yep. Uh-huh.
People say that he used to run a fried chicken place. But,
which is a reference to something we have not even done yet.
We should do.
Yep.
We should. Maybe it's all. I think when we step back in like 30, 40 years, we'll all realize this is the entire shared universe.
Yeah. Oh no! Like there were literally things I was realizing is like we're telling these stories, and I'm like, but the film, like these ideas we have is like, well, even film stars work into the. There's so many things that work into this whole universe of stuff that we've done. It's like holy crap! All of it is together.
Yeah.
But anyway, like that's all of our stuff just in our mind where you just realize stuff like that.
So get yourself a website. Maybe not from Squarespace, maybe from Wix or maybe from design your own.
If we had one that would sponsor us, we'd be telling you to go there, but we don't. So go wherever you need to go.
Go to HoboBobsDomainsPlus.com and get yourself your own website. Get AlexanderWolf.com. Put your resume there. That's a good place to start. You're in Washington. So check out like Mandy. Check out Mandy's probably pretty good. Maybe check out like Smart. I don't know if Smart Shoot is out there. But yeah, anyhow, just start a good place to just have your own website. That way you can always refer people to your website. You have your resume there. You have your reel there. That's a good place. I think a place to go. Put it all together. Anyhow.
Even we actually talked a little bit about the Twilight Zone coming back. I watched the first episode. I'm gonna let it run a little bit, and then I'll probably, just like with Black Mirror, there's some episodes you probably will really like, and there'll probably be some episodes you don't care for. So, I think that's just how that kind of show works.
So Lex Pick says I think the mic on you is a little loud. So I'll have to turn you down a little bit. I think that's you, that one. All right.
Oh, it's me. I'm louder than
he's Italian.
So. I'm Italian, so it's actually a black shirt though. But I think the light.
We have blue light on you.
Oh, you do. That would be why.
That's why.
I was like, because I was looking right here on my shoulder. I'm like, or this shoulder, I guess. I was like, that is blue, but I'm like, this is black. Oh, I didn't even see that up there. Anyway,
any YouTube channels we subscribe to?
Red Letter Media.
Red Letter Media. Shout out to Captain Disillusion for talking about us in a tweet.
That was awesome. Captain Disillusion.
Check out Captain Disillusion. He's really good. I watch Technology Connections. I'm going to be talking about Technology Connections. I'm a supporter of them on Patreon. And if you're not Patreon, why don't you give us some Patreon?
Yeah, go to Patreon.
But Technology Connections is really good if you want like a tech thing, like tech history. Like they do tech history like way more in depth than we do. So check them out.
I'm not a big fan of Every Frame of Painting. Earlier versions of their stuff were good, and then they just kind of.
Well, they're not
around anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, like in the beginning, where he didn't feel, it looked like he looked at something.
He was just making stuff for himself.
Like the first part of the stuff was like he was making things for himself, and it seemed really. But at the end, it just felt like he was just doing it because he felt like he had to.
Well, yeah, because I think they put so much pressure on him to become the voice of like incredible reason and film history or whatever, that he's just paralyzed. And like he was saying things like his worst video, and I don't mean to throw shade on him, but his video was about how Marvel has a horrible problem with music titles. There's no theme that people recognize from what's the Avengers theme. And then I listened to all that and I thought, yeah, he's right. But then I watched another video and I'm like, no, it's pretty iconic. Yeah. The Avengers theme is, when you hear it, you know. The Avengers are freaking going to assemble and they're going to kick some butt. Yep. And that's I stole that for when Chad starts to fight. Anyhow. Yep. Anyhow. Yeah. But I mean, another one I've watched is Patrick H. Willems, which you can go check out his most popular video, which is why he likes Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Yeah. But he also makes great stuff. What's her name? The Nostalgia Chick. Captain Disillusion and Nostalgia Chick. Letter.
Oh. What, Nostalgia Chick?
What's her name? Leslie. Oh, sorry. I'm so bad. I'm embarrassing myself.
You watch her.
I watch her more than you do, yeah. Her name is... or whatever. Leslie something.
Yeah. Well,
Shay Les. Anyhow, check her out. Nostalgia. If you look up Nostalgia, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Film Courage, I haven't watched. I don't like Nerd Rider. Sorry, I'm not throwing shade, Nerd Rider. He's Nerd Rider has a weekly schedule he sticks to, and unfortunately, I think that weekly schedule forces him to be a little bit skip ahead on certain things.
Yeah, but compared to X-Men, well, that's
the TV show, though.
But I mean, like, that's the thing. I do have to agree.
Yeah.
There are certain things where, like, that part
is stuck in my head now.
I know.
Damn it!
But I know it so well. Like,
the only way to get
that thing is stuck. The only thing is more cowbell. Anyway,
one way to get a song unstuck in your head is to start singing other songs.
Yeah, exactly.
DuckTales. Woo!
But anyway, which will probably be on Nerd Plus, which is probably why I will be getting it. Because I wanted to see this.
It's a dangerous game to start throwing shit.
Lindsay Ellis,
thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
I like Lindsay Ellis. I like D4 Darius too. I don't really watch this stuff. I'm not going to comment on the YouTubers because I think it's we're playing with fire here.
Yeah. These will all be people. Not only will we have Disney destroying us, we're going to have people on YouTube trying to come destroy us. We can't.
Look, all these guys are out there. I mean, we can sit around and kind of like bash Disney but Disney's, man, they got the money, and
they don't care.
They don't
or
give
they'll
a crap.
Shut us down or kill us.
The YouTubers out there, I'm not going to bash YouTubers because those guys. I'm a sponsor of. I'm Patreon sponsor of This Guy Edits too. So that's another one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And he's going to send me a mug.
Is he?
Yeah, because I've been sponsoring for a while.
Nice.
I'll post a photo of it.
There you go.
But I don't want to look. Even if I don't like some of those YouTubers out there, and there's some I don't.
Yeah, that's the thing is there are people it's not that I hate that or there's no dislike or whatever. It's just. Some people's stuff is just not my cup of tea. Red Letter Media makes me laugh, and
my point is they're people out. Those are people out there. They're colleagues of ours. They're not necessarily our friends, but they could be our friends, and they could be the people just like us. So if somebody taking a pot shot at somebody else, it's not worth it. It's not.
Exactly.
It's not really even. It's not. I won't say ethical. It's not gentlemanly, I guess you would say. So I'll tell you those that I do love. And we kind of went through naming a lot of them. But yeah, This Guy Edits is a good one because if you go on Patreon, I think you can see which ones we sponsor.
Yeah.
We sponsor quite a few of them.
But Craig, you actually missed the Star Wars thing. That was earlier where everybody fleed from the stream as we got pretty heated about Star Wars. But mostly because we started talking about the trailer and then we descended into The Last Jedi. So you can check that back.
Well, the reason why we disagree on the trailer is because of the way we look at Last Jedi.
Yeah, it's true.
But it was like a grade 2 nuclear explosion. Everyone just kind of fled.
Everybody just left.
Just like, no.
They said
Star
scene.
Wars.
Yep. But
I think it's about time we have a Spaceballs 2.
It's true. It is time.
It's been long enough. Spaceball 2, the quest for more money.
Yep.
Disney is a legitimate production empire. It's just unimaginable how much capital they have worth. They're about $200 billion. And they're still smaller than Apple, though. So,
Even that's up. As for the Star Wars trailer, that's up to you if you want to watch it. But at this point,
you guys go back and watch or rant about it.
Yeah. He's like, I wish I was there. He just kind of. Here's the thing. There's going to be at least 3 or 4 more times of this because this is just the teaser trailer. There's going to be other trailers that will either make me feel differently or just make me feel more enraged.
I don't think there's anything that'll make you feel differently. I think they chose their path.
Yeah.
They picked their path, and I don't think there's any way of recovering your anti Star Wars at this point.
All right. Well, I think we're at about the 2:30 mark. We did have about 10 minutes of downtime, though. I don't know.
And there are people that are here that are hungry.
That is true.
I've not eaten lunch yet.
Look,
I got the slim physique I got to maintain here. Sorry, guys.
Why didn't Jar Jar Binks get his own TV spinoff? It would be it would be called Weeza the Family.
Well, now that there is a Disney Plus, there's an opportunity for that.
Donut time. We had donuts earlier.
Well, speaking of which, check out Donut Media if you like cars. I'm not a big car guy, but Donut Media makes the best car. I'm gonna let you finish, Joe. But Donut Media makes the best car YouTube videos online.
That's right.
Donut Media. Another one. Anyhow, geez, I should probably sleep. It's 3 a.m. Oh my gosh, sorry.
Well, first off, thank you guys all for being here. You guys are amazing. Secondly, if you guys want a T-shirt, we're still rocking the 24 frames per second or the Filmmaker IQ ones.
The classic, but we will be the classic the Filmmaker IQ logo.
The classic Filmmaker IQ. As well as checking out filmmakeriq.com.
There's the Patreon. I hit the wrong button.
He hit the wrong button. But check us out on Patreon as well as we
the Filmmaker IQ logo.
As we try to. Our goal for this year is not only to just hang out with you guys like we've been doing and to try to bring out more shorts and some new stuff. The other thing we're trying to do is turn this into a more well-oiled machine where John's not sitting here by himself wanting to threaten to destroy mankind or destroy people in comments. So yes, we are working towards that goal of turning it into something more. And every dollar you guys send that way helps us. So we appreciate each and every one of you, regardless of what you do. But yeah, everything helps towards our next kind of goals. Plus, if we get to 500, we're going to be doing a pie fight, and we'll probably be throwing a bunch of pies at Tim, or perhaps me and John will throw some at ourselves. But to be fair, Tim probably deserves them more than us.
Yeah, he hasn't been around for.
Yep, he hasn't been around for a while.
What Joe's trying to say is, give us your money,
all that you got.
Fork it on over,
or some Muppets will get shot.
All right, so all you nerds out there will get that one. Very inspirational. Thank you.
Yeah.
And on that note,
and
on that bombshell,
we are going off to get some delicious food, sponsored by Girl Person and Sprinkle Donut, and we will be back same time. Well, no, not same time. We'll be doing the night one. Shift. In that one will be our May one.
And it will be probably the Avengers and Game spoiler-free video.
Yep.
Hopefully.
However, we may just decide to do.
Or one.
I was thinking about the idea of our first Twitch thing, like co-Twitch, YouTube thing, perhaps being a Avengers spoiler talk.
Okay, maybe, yeah.
I mean, if people are interested in that, if you guys aren't, we'll figure it out. If you guys are, well, then we'll see you here. But yes, it will probably be full of spoilers and us probably praising it in hopes that Disney doesn't come and kill us.
All right, guys, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Wait a minute, cut this shit.